Hello everybody, my name is Alfredo Hasso and this is my partner.
Noe Elizondo, and today we'll be talking about the outdoors and survival and how to prepare yourself for the wilderness and to survive.
So with raging rivers, hungry bears, huge avalanches, no matter how prepared you are, a walk in the woods can go from innocent to disastrous in the blink of an eye.
How to prepare for the wilderness. So before you go to the wilderness, for example, Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming, before you want to go to the park, you want to tell people where your coordinates are or where you're going to route and when you plan to return back home. Another thing you want to research before you go and prepare for the wilderness, you want to check on the weather app or the news to see if there's harsh conditions in that place. And before you go, you want to know your limits and to not go into the extremes and past your limits.
Some essential supplies needed for the camping trip would be a headlamp, flashlight with extra batteries, a first aid kit, waterproof matches, lighter, a knife, duct tape. Make sure you have some nutrition, hydration, an emergency shelter, and also since we're in Wyoming, it is known as a bear country, so you're gonna be needing bear spray. Make sure you also have good hygiene, which is like a toilet paper, towel, and bug spray.
So when you're in the outdoors or survival, you want to learn how to make a fire. So making a fire is not a very hard thing to make, and it's not a very hard thing to learn how to do or make more. So when you're making a fire, you want to at least grab 2 branches, one small branch and one some yay big or length. So when you're doing these, you also want to have some hay type of like dirt, like dry but it's not muddy or wet. So when you grab these 2 items or 3, you want to get your long stick standing and your small stick rubbing on top of the hay so it can make heat. And once you start seeing black ashes or like fire starting to create, then you want to start adding just a little bit air to the hay so the fire could start creating and you have something to keep you warm at night and not or have something keeping you frozen at night and not being able to be warm during the night while you sleep in your tent or your homemade tent where you sleep. So it's your first time going into the wilderness. What do you want to know? Well, I'll tell you what you need to know. The first thing you need to know is the extreme conditions during the night and day. Second, you want to know what type of the weather is going to be on that day. Third is the type of animals, prey and predator. Knowing about prey and predator is going to be the key of your survival, because you don't want to be in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness and a bear comes and attacks you without you even knowing that there's bears where you're going or where you're going to be at. Now, prey is also going to be a key to your survival, because when you're hunting for food, the only thing you'll be able to hunt that's probably smaller than you is prey, like rabbits, wild pigs, wild dogs, anything that moves and breathes and doesn't have bad diseases to it. Especially rats. Do not eat rats, because then you could either become extremely ill or even die, depending on what type of rat and what type of condition the rat is in. So this is our podcast about outdoors and survival. Thank you for listening to me and Hustle. Have a good day, evening, and night. Thank you.